my name is Ev. I am part of a game book club where we pick a game once a month to play through and then give our opinions on it. I thought it'd be fun to record my playthrough. The game we picked this time is a game by Analgesic Productions. It's called Anodyne 2 Return to Dust. I'm not playing this blind, I've played it before. I'm a really big fan of Analgesic Productions' work. It's a two-person studio by Melos Hantani and Marina Kitaka. They make these sort of vibey, abstract, ambient type games. They're sort of art house, but they still have like a strong gameplay hook. Usually very story driven. This one is quite story driven. Anyways, without too much going forward, let's just get started. I'm going to start a new game. A warm breeze fills the air. A paper floats by and comes to rest on the ground. It is a letter. It reads, Summer, 2019. Dear player, thank you for playing Anodyne 2, Return to Dust. It is somewhat of a spiritual successor. It has narrative and thematic ties to the first Anodyne, but features a completely new world and characters. That is to say, the two games can be enjoyed in any order. At times, the world of Anodyne 2 may be a strange or confusing place, but at its heart is a story of human struggles and relationships. Now, come on, let's go on a curious and wonderful journey together. Melos Hantani and Marina Kitaka. This is one thing I really like about their games, is they're very personal. They usually have sort of, direct notes to the player from the developer, which is a sort of a little feature I enjoy. And as stated, you don't necessarily need to play the first Anodyne to play this one. There's a few references here and there, but overall it's its own sort of standalone adventure. Figure with stringed instrument. Some say that life is a circle. Madness. All things grow from a point, a center. Everything to come was already here. It melts out from a tiny capsule, like a sponge in bloom. The beauty is to witness the true shape of the primordial point, its fractals unfurled to their limits, the atomic, indivisible tips of its tentacles. Time, after all, is a looking glass, an illusion, and yet the truest way to see ourselves. ... Figure with beautiful voice. Stunning words as always, friend. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. The one we are here to meet is barely a baby, not yet hatched. We must lead her gently into the bright light of the world. Look, our precious Nova seems to be stirring. The following are the first words that Nova will ever hear. In time, the contents of the speech will fade into obscurity, but she will never forget first hearing this voice. Ah yes, this voice, so fragrant, so beautiful, that Nova felt like crying. Had she been blessed with tear ducts, perhaps she would have. You may have forgotten how hard it is when you first realize that you exist. Nova certainly felt that now, but when she heard this creature speak, she thought, perhaps it might be worth it. Nova, can you hear me? Take a deep breath, my darling, then open your eyes. From the darkness, an orange glow, and from the silence, the crashing of waves. Alright, yeah, so I guess another thing to mention, I'm playing this on the Nintendo Switch 2 via a capture card. And on the screen, that is Nova, the character you play as. Figure with a beautiful voice. There she is. Still a little woozy, are you? Don't worry, it's natural to feel disoriented when you first gain consciousness. Child, your name is Nova, and you are an extraordinary creature with unique ability to shrink into microscopic sizes. It'll come in quite handy, as you'll soon see. My name is Palisade, and I'm here with Sea Psalmist. Together we will serve as your caretakers and your guides. Palisade, the shield. That sweet voice definitely lifts. We'll fight for you. Sea Psalmist, the musician. dedicated songwriter, awkward around kids, kind of a nerd. Mommies? Caretakers and guides. So yeah, this game is definitely a little silly. Melis and Marina definitely like to inject a lot of humor, definitely absurd humor into their games. A lot of reference to games themselves, as well as sort of like internet humor, a little bit, not exclusively. Would you like to say hello to Nova, Sea Psalmist? Greetings, young Nova. It is I, Sea Psalmist. I'm speaking to you from outside your egg. Ahem. Space, after all, is an illusion. It could be likened to a looking glass. A looking glass is a mirror, by the way. I used to think it was a telescope or a microscope, some kind of tube-shaped object. Thank you for that enlightening clarification, Sea Psalmist. Now, Nova, as Sea Psalmist mentioned, you're currently inside your egg. In order to hatch and truly begin your life, you'll ride the Hatch Line monorail that leaves from the top of the hill. But you can only leave if you obtain the sacred Glandulock seed. From now, you may think of the Glandulock seed as your ticket to ride. First, speak to the 3 Yolk figures. Each Yolk will give you a special item that will prepare you to host a Glandulock seed. Then speak to the Chalaza tree at the highest point on the island. Go get 'em, Nova. Use the left stick to move around, the right stick to move the camera, ZL and ZR to change the camera distance, A to jump. You can jump a second time in midair. After jump, keep holding A to slow your fall. To change controls, graphic quality, and gameplay options, press plus to open the pause menu. Sorry for telling you that all at once. I'm sure that could have been tutorialized better, but that's okay. If you forget anything, check the settings menu's control section. The Alaman Sphere. I think that's what it said. I kind of missed it. So yeah, this game is a 3D exploration game. And you play as this Nova character, and you go around and you can talk to folks. They'll special item, blah blah blah. Alright. So you can walk, you can double jump, you can hold, and do this sort of drift function, which kind of helps you time your jumps. This is definitely not like a precision platformer by any means. The strange figure is silent. Is it alive, Nova wonders? Nonetheless, its gaze beckons her. Enter my round golden plate, it seems to say. Ye shall find a part of this complete breakfast. The Yolk and Nova's fate begin to resonate. The presence of a new nanopoint is in the air. Spark is beaming and reveals nanopoint. Shrink forth, nano cleaner Nova. Interact with the environment by firing off a spark. Press X to shoot a spark at the Yolk. You can enter the nanopoint by shooting the spark repeatedly. So this is sort of like the core gimmick of this game, is that you explore this like 3D sort of bizarre surrealist world, and you'll meet these creatures, and with the X button you can spark them, and you can sort of like enter their consciousness or being through this lovely abstract teleportation tunnel, and then it turns into this 2D sort of Zelda-like experience with more puzzles and exploration. One moment, gonna need some water. So yeah, you're playing in this like 2D Zelda-like environment. Yolkawanda the Yolk Crow. Wowee! Our very own cleaner has come to visit. Oh gosh, I'm the first nano friend she'll see. Boy howdy, gotta keep it together and remember my lines. Yolkawanda the Yolk Crow. I hope she comes over here and presses Y to talk to me. You can also talk to these rocks. Basically, anything with an exclamation point above you, you can talk to. Welcome. Rocks are surprisingly diverse and come in a number of shapes and sizes. Though by divine fate, many rocks here look the same. Be sure to talk to all of us. Sometimes if you talk to things multiple times, they'll have new dialogue, but that one it just skips. Yolk Wanda the Yolk Robe. Hey there, Nova. You've shrunk inside the microscopic interior of the Yolk of Yummy, the most important yolk of the day. Here, you'll find provisions to keep your future glanduloc seed happy and healthy. And then, so these seeds are like checkpoints. They save your game. You have this like vacuum cleaner you can use to like suck items in and like shoot them out, which adds to some interesting puzzle solving. Yummy Yolk Robe. Nova will love our Centerberry Burst cereal because it contains trace amounts of 17 micronutrients in center recommended ratios, and Glanduloc Seed will love its patented crunchity cool taste. Yeah, okay. I think these all just have one. What if we had a Glanduloc Seed of our very own? Eep, never mind me. We may talk a big game here in the Yolk of Yummy, but development of delicious and nutritious crispy puffed comestibles is all we know. Quite the vocabulary choice, I do say so myself. There are some colorful rock-like obstructions blocking your path. Try using your nano vacuum to suck stuff out of the way. Hold X to suck objects, press X to shoot them back out. So yeah, that's sort of what I was talking about earlier, is this vacuum. So you can hold one item at a time, and you can shoot them out at other things to destroy things, open your path, whole host of things. Sometimes rocks get in the way, but other times they can be very helpful. Don't paint every rock with a broad brush, is all I'm saying, unless you paint them really cool. A lady at my church painted a rock so it looked like a tiger with little whiskers and everything. Pretty neat. You always get something interesting in the dialogue of these games. I love reading the little bits of flavor text that come along. They're usually quite silly. Congratulations, you're truly deserving of our greatest A Glanduloc food. Cartoon characters will suffer many fraught encounters due to the high quality of our Centerberry Burst cereal, but we can tell you'll be a good steward of your Glanduloc seed. So yeah, this is a little tutorial zone. You get the Centerberry Burst cereal, one of the 3 elements of nurturing. With a Glanduloc seed will have all the carbs it needs to make home in Nova's head. That's a little ominous. So yeah, once you get the thing or do your mission inside of a creature, you're then brought back out into this 3D world to explore. The music is very nice, I gotta say. I really like the vibe we're in. If you haven't figured out yet, we're like inside of an egg right now, and we're like trying to hatch. The second yolk figure sways in the breeze with a profound sense of chill. Dude, it seems to say, riding the milky waves. The yolk and Nova's fate begin to resonate. The presence of a new nanopoint is in the air. Spark this being and reveal its nanopoint. Shrink forth, nanocleaner Nova. Alright, so we'll go into the second creature. Yolk of Sippy. Sippy Yolk Robe. Yo, Nova, welcome to the Yolk of Sippy. Some people say that a Glanduloc seed ought to drink 8 dewdrops of our homemade Sippy Yolk milk per cell cycle, but we here in the Sippy zone think you can chill with the math and just go with the flow. I like the pixel art a lot in this game too. It's very nice. Good choice of color. These like weird abstract backgrounds too, I think add a lot. The Glanduloc seed is like a direct line to the center, you dig? Just keep your mind open, and the answers will find you. So these are our first enemies. I imagine that Rock is going to just tell us what to do. Wanted, dust virus. Mr. Spiky. You may just sit there, but this virus has been has been shouting some very rude comments at our poor yolk robes. Try shooting a block at him, and be sure to suck up any dust he might leave behind. Yeah, so this is, one basic application. I mean, this is just a tutorial, so you suck the vacuum up. If you touch this, you'll get hurt, and you see on the left with the red, that's your health. And if you destroy the enemies in an area, it'll like open up a path. This like red crystal is like extra health, so if you get hurt, you get health pretty quickly. In these 2D zones, it can be quite generous with the health. This is not a particularly difficult game by any means. Nothing like a little sippy yolk milk to make those glandulock tendrils grow deep and strong. Just ride that high, Nova. Ride that high. Alright. So these red guys, they mean business. And by business, they are probably one of the easiest enemies to get rid of. Wanted, Destroyers, mild-tempered slime. Don't be fooled by their adorable gooey exteriors. If left unchecked, these pesky ruffians can cause serious illnesses in the body of their host. Unlike Mr. Spiky, they are safe to vacuum up. So yeah, you can vacuum these creatures up and shoot them at other things, just like other creatures, or boxes, I should say. Nova, you made it to the yolk milk, of course. You just relaxed and let it flow. Am I right? Nova found the sippy yolk milk, one of the 3 elements of nurturing. With it, a glandulock seed will have all government-approved nutrients needed to spread far and wide inside of Nova's head. What? Why? Why? Are we... The albumin shore. So yeah, these are just the tutorial zones. I love this like sort of low poly 3D look, honestly. It feels very nostalgic of the PlayStation 1 era. I know it doesn't quite do exactly what the PlayStation 1 could do technically, but it evokes a memory of that, I would say. Oh man, I don't talk this much. I need more water. The final yolk figure seems to gaze upon Nova with a warm yet analytical eye. Ah, yes, yes, it seems to say. A perfect host in need of a perfect reguloid. The yolk and Nova's fate begins to resonate. The presence of a new nanopoint is in the air. Spark this being and reveal its nanopoint. Shriek forth, nanocleaner Nova. The beginning of this game is quite simple and pretty straightforward, but it does evolve into an exploration game. It just starts with this degree of linearity, just to kind of familiarize players with the basics. I mean, it is definitely kind of out there in terms of both gameplay and setting, so making sure players are on the same page in terms of the rules of this game. Its language is definitely useful. Welcome to the cozy yolk robe. I love to be cozy. Welcome to the yolk of cozy. Yes, yes. Are you feeling comfortable? Yes, yes. We have to carefully train these reguloids to adapt to the local atmosphere to your body's precise particularities, temperature, salinity, acidity, lugubity. Wow. I don't even know if I know what lugubity means, and so forth. Reguloid. Woof woof. Translation. Temperature. 36 degrees Yolkinite. Yes, yes. A little cereal, a little yolk milk, yes. Such things are quite necessary. However, as the old saying goes, glandulock seed cannot live on ingestion alone. A chasm separates you and those darn dust viruses. You're too far away to suck them up, but perhaps there's another way to get rid of them. Okay, so we've got this obstacle here, so I'm gonna guess we're gonna have to shoot these rocks across the gap. woof woof. Woofer woof woo. Translation: air humidity level 5%. Success rate for a fish trying to breathe. You can definitely say with these games, you never know quite what to expect. Every time you save, it heals. Ooh, we have this guy who shoots projectiles at you. There we go. Nice. You done. Woo woo woof woofer. Translation: golden summer light dappled by oak leaves, the scent of fleshy bruised crabgrass and dandelions. An unexpected cool breeze drifts from across the lake. A tawny rabbit sits up and sniffs before hopping into the bushes. Cozy yoke robe. Ah, yes, yes indeed. It's time for you to have reguloids of your very own. How beautiful to become a home. May your head always be a safe and warm resting place for the precious glanduloc seed. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, so we're going to get this last part. Nova found the reguloid, personal edition, another one of the 3 elements of nurturing. The reguloid will adapt Nova's head into the perfect environment for a thriving glanduloc seed. Oh boy. So you can save not just in the 2D world, but also these like eggs in the 3D world. If you press Y, you save your game. So since you'll be transferring between the 2D and 3D world quite frequently in this game. Oh man, the skybox is wild. I feel like there are many moments in this game where I just like look out, pause, and just look out at the environments because they're just so bizarre and also quite interesting. Chasla the 8th. Ah, Nova. After all this time, we meet at last. Nova. What were we talking about? All right. I am the ancient Chasla tree, keeper of the sacred knowledge of the Albumin shore. From the day you washed up on our shores, I have chronicled your journey, and oh, what a journey it has been. Reflect with me upon those sweet and daring stories that now drift upon the hazy river of the past. Do you remember the blustery, cereal-obsessed yolk of yummy inhabitants? The laid-back denizens of the yolk of Sippy? How about those kind and conscientious caretakers of the yolk of Cozy? Ah, I have laughed, I have cried, I have prayed for wisdom to bless your decisions. Your thunderous triumphs and your arduous struggles shall be etched into my branches for all eternity. And now you have arrived here at the pinnacle of Mount Vitellin, for which one can survey the furthest reaches of this expansive land. Have you the 3 elements of nurturing? Ah, wonderful. Then my epoch of anticipation is complete. Nova, I grant to you the glanduloc seed. Oh yeah. Hello, glanduloc seed. And now, Nova, it is time. Already I can feel my power fading. The age of albumin draws to a close. Quickly, Nova, lay yourself down upon the hatchling, and with the last of my energy, I will send you to the great beyond. Bye. Alright, so now the game starts in earnest. Anodyne 2, Return to Dust. Well, this is quite the tonal shift. That was our egg. You can't shoot it. Oh my gosh. Center Sanctuary. I remember the first time I saw this environment, I was just like in awe. I'm just like, what is this place? Like the grays, these like colors, this like weird pattern like emanating off of everything, this spike, like this is just such a like we're in this like nice cozy place, and this place is kind of unsettling, honestly. Like I don't know. It's really fascinating. Nova, you made it. I'll tell you all about the device soon. For now, come over to me for a quick chat. There you are, darling hatching. I knew you could make it. Welcome to Alive! I'm turning my personal audio up a little bit so I can hear a little better. Palisade. Nova, you are in Center Sanctuary, the dwelling place of the Center. The Center is, well, it's hard to explain to someone who's only just hatched, isn't it? The Center is the Center. It created all of us, along with our world, the island of Newfoundland. The Center is like an artist, and we are its painting, a beautiful expression of its vision. The Center is everything, or rather, the Center simply is. Oh, see, Psalmist is saying this. Our lives are like shadows cast by the Center's true form, which will one day become apparent. The Center. It's the Center. Creator of Newfoundland. Painter/shadow puppeteer. Literally everything. Mommy? A figure beyond comprehension. Perhaps we are all artists in art of Newfoundland. We shall shape and are shaped by each other. By treating our neighbors with kindness, we can build each other up. Sea Psalmist. Well, I don't know if I would go that far, Palisade. What good may we accomplish flows directly from the rightness of the Center. Regardless, we must focus. Nova, listen closely. I will now reveal to you your true purpose in the path ahead. You have been born into a war zone, Nova. Granted, it is not a contest of swords or guns, of armies or infantry. We wage a war that is nearly invisible, yet wholly insidious. We face a deadly force that wrinkles the face of time as a lurking water beast ripples the surface of a lake, disrupting the clear reflection of our souls. Wow. I feel like the language and the writing in this game is quite colorful. I quite enjoy it a lot. We call it nanodust. It starts small, a microscopic seed planted in some dark, moist corner of one's organs. Then the nanodust grows. It feeds upon the structure of our minds, magnifying our fears, our wrath, our wrongful desires. Eventually it blossoms to its full scale, completely obliterating the identity of its host. Symmetry. Beautiful symmetry is our birthright as creations of the Center, and yet we lose ourselves in the dust. We begin to decay, to decompose, to crumble. Dust begets dusk, and we forsake our true selves. Nova, perhaps your true purpose is now becoming apparent. You are given the ability to shrink and clean so that you might reverse the tide of dust that threatens to overwhelm us. You must travel far and wide, shrinking inside the inhabitants of Newfoundland, those most consumed by dust's contamination. Suddenly, a tiny spark flies towards Nova's head. What's that? Palisade card? Activate! Palisade creates a barrier using her shield containing the spark in a glowing cube. A nano-intruder attempting to infiltrate your body. Nova, I can contain it temporarily, but you must shrink into nanoscale and destroy it. Don't be afraid, sweetheart. I'll be right here. I know you can do it. Thanks, Palisade. That's a nice, that's a nice looking cube. Let's go inside the cube. Ooh, a new type of tunnel. Drifting pollen. Very foreboding. Also, look at this pixel art. Gosh, I friggin' love the environments in this game. They look so good. If you hear me sniffling, I'm just getting over a little bit of a sore throat. But that's okay. Forgive me. What is with that yolk creature? It's vibrating. Dusty yolk robe. Nova? Is that you? How did I get here? Am I gonna be okay? I'm so tired, Nova. I never felt like this before. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. I think he's gonna be fine. Nano Assassin. Nova will die. The center will crumble. Dust will consume Newfoundland. Cough. Oh, dang. Alright. So we gotta shoot these boxes at this robotic monster. The Nano Assassin. This is like your first boss that you fight. It's pretty straightforward. Cough, cough. Nova will die. The center will crumble. Dust will consume Newfoundland. Apparently it won't, because that thing's gone. The Nano Cleaner. She exists, and she was born to dust, to clean, to rescue. May she protect all of us from harm. May the Nano Cleaner save Newfoundland and its Denzians from their fate. You're growing up so quickly. I didn't expect a challenge like this for quite some time, but I am so proud of you. Sadly, there are those who would seek to destroy Newfoundland. Though we are all created by the center, the nanodust can inflict a kind of madness. Now perhaps you can see the urgency of your mission. Nova, take the elevator behind you to the city, and always remember that you stand against the ever-encroaching crawl of degradation. So yes, your mission in this game is you are a nano cleaner, and you clean microscopic dust that decays the world. And you go inside to creatures that have been corrupted by this dust and vacuum it out. That's lower dust drop, Nova. I'll show you how to use it soon, but first take the elevator outside. Alright. Gosh, this music is so upsetting. Alright. Let's take the elevator. Nova presses the console and it lights up in words. Next stop, Center City Cenote. That's a much more pleasant tone. Palisade. Welcome to Center City Cenote, a vibrant community built into the walls of the sacred geological depression. Directly above Center Sanctuary is the Dust Prism, which stores nanodust you'll collect. You may use the dust drop console in the Center Sanctuary to deposit dust. Once sealed within the Dust Prism, the nanodust may blossom to its full scale without harming Newfoundland. Once enough dust is accumulated in the Dust Prism, it'll be sent to the center to be recycled into energy. Alas, before you were born, the dust prism was damaged in a terrible storm, and now it can only contain a small fraction of its full dust capacity. Because of this energy shortage, the dust dominion has advanced to the point where it is no longer safe to leave the city. You can see the storm still raging overhead. That's where you come in, Nova. The dust prism can be reinforced with rare and powerful cards that you can find while nano-cleaning. Your first goal is to reinforce the prism with 4 cards and fill it with 100 cc of nanodust. Then the center will be able to recycle the dust into energy and push back the storm, allowing you to leave Center City C-Note. To sum it up, your mission is to search the city for people in need of cleaning, collect the dust and cards inside of them, and then deposit those resources back in Center Sanctuary. Check your progress on the menu by pressing plus. You're going to do an amazing job, Nova. Get dust, get cards, get going. Alright. Who's this creature? Dolphin. Whoa, it's really you, Nova, the nano cleaner. Talk to me again, I'll tell you a fun fact. Your nano vacuum holds 60 units of dust. The blue bar in the pause menu shows how much you have. Just press plus to view it. Also deposit your dust in Center Sanctuary whenever it gets full. Thank you. Is that a clock on a sombrero? I'm here for it. Jellyvator. Oh ho ho. Are you going to get on the elevator? What? You don't know how? Well, see the down arrow on the left side of the elevator? You can talk to it to go down to Center Sanctuary. But wait, there's more. See the up arrow on the right side? You can take it to leave Cenote and go up to the beautiful blue veil. That's right. This elevator goes both ways. Nice. Taking too long to get around, Nova? Now that you're out in the open, try using your right skill form to zoom around the city. Press R to enter and exit right skill form. Hold A to accelerate, B to move back and reverse, and X to engage cruise control. There's some places you cannot enter right skill. If using controller, it's highly recommended to use A to accelerate. If you get a controller, you can double check them in the settings menu. Oh yes, Nova, one more thing. Sometimes if you talk to people twice, they have new things to say. Be sure to talk often. Alright, so this is one of my favorite parts about the 3D environment in this game. If by pressing R, you turn into a car. I wonder if I can zoom out. Let's zoom out a bit. There we go. Oh, yeah, we're cruising around the city. This is quite the place. And then just back to regular. Let's talk to this person. Spooked kid. Eek! I hear some creepy coughing from this building with the green lights. I bet it's haunted. You'll go check it out, right? Let's go check it out. Enter door. I like the lighting. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's a little dark, though, I will say. Just go up around the staircase. Look at all those lamps. This is quite the place. Press Y to talk. A lump shudders softly beneath the stained and slimy bed dressings. Nova would rather not disturb the occupant and slowly backs away. As Nova begins to walk away, she is startled by a sudden gruff voice. So, you're just gonna stomp through my bedroom with your muddy boots, then leave? Gurgle. Nova turns to see Mysteria Wazel's head rise from beneath the bed covers. The weary figure continues to expel harsh, wet coughs. Nova bows her head in shame and glances around frantically. It is difficult to say what mess she may have caused, so she begins to shuffle about, attempting to tidy the room generally. Stop touching my lampshade collection, Mysteria Weasel snaps. Come over here, I need to talk to you. Alright. Gosh. I just want to help. Mysteria Weasel, do you like lampshades? Some of these lampshades are worth a lot of money, but who cares about money? It's all about the artistry. You see that one? Don't touch it with your grubby little fingers. That was my grandmother's lampshade. See the exquisite lace patterning around the brim? It's good to meet a fellow lampshade buff. You really do like lampshades, don't you? Thinking of taking one for yourself while I'm not looking, are you? Who would notice or care if you took advantage of a miserable week-old coot? That's what you're thinking, aren't you? They don't make lampshades like these anymore. You wouldn't know. You are young and strong and think you'll live forever. But eventually things fall apart and people leave you and they kick your shins on the way out. They steal your lampshades. I can't even remember anymore all the lampshades that are gone. Out of sight, out of mind. What is in sight anymore for me? I got a good feeling about you. I need you to do something for me. Please clean the dust from my lungs. Do you need a lampshade in return or something? You can have the retro frill model in mint green. I already got one of those. Have you ever nano cleaned before? Don't make it worse. This guy doesn't seem quite grateful. Also, I think he overestimates how much people want his lampshades. They are as thick with the presence of nanodust. Nova, spark this being and forge a connection. Clean them and change their fate. Shrink forth, Nano Cleaner Nova. Alright, that usually means we can spark a connection. So now in the overworld, instead of just going in, we have to play this little like rhythm mini game. It's pretty simple, but it's kind of neat. So nanodust is pushing Nova away from the cleaning, and colored bullets will arc at you as you approach. Use the left stick to activate Nova's shield according to where you feel the attack is coming from. Feel the directions, feel the colors. Good luck. Alright, so left, down, right, down, left, right, left, up, down, up, right, left, down, right, down, left, right, left, up. Nailed it. So yeah, you just hold the direction, you don't necessarily press the button. Look at that spin. Ooh, new tunnel. Pneumonic possession. Toxic chemicals line the walls of the decrepit lunghouse, causing fits of coughing. So you get a little story about these weird creatures, in this case, Mysterious Weasel, and then you go inside their being, and it's kind of like themed about the problems they have. So in this place is like lampshades and hoarding and other stuff. I think it's kind of neat how the like interiors of the world kind of like match the vibe, the consciousness of the creature that you talk to. It's been so long since I played this game, so I don't quite remember where everything is. That's okay. This seems like a decent place to go. Oh, nice. So you use the creature to shoot the shot. I hear my cat begging. I'm gonna pause and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. My cat was just got himself trapped in a closet. He's okay. Alright. Back to Mysteria Weasel. So these creatures kind of trap your path. There we go. Nice. Looks like I got a key. let's go up this way. This is where we put the key. Nice. One sec. My cats need attention again. Alright, I'm back. They sure do get needy. That's okay. Alright. I think the idea here is we don't destroy those creatures. They are quite cute. Alright. So we use the distance of this creature to avoid destroying the other ones. Okay. Which means we use this to destroy the spike while avoiding those cute little slimes. Little baby slimes. Alright, another key. If you could get there. Doesn't look like it. Thought there might be like an invisible wall or something. Alright. Key put down. Hello, Meatball. This is my cat, Meatball. Oh. Another little obstacle in the process is a cat jumping on your lap. Alright. I can manage. This game is pretty chill. Alright. Beat the creatures. This way. Again, I love how these environments look. Goodbye, Meatball. Alright, checkpoint. I feel like whenever there's like a checkpoint like that on the ground, I just like impulsively step on it, even if it's like not the most necessary. Oh! It's another nano assassin. From the dust I arise. Nova must die. The center must crumble. I would prefer not to crumble personally, but kind of a remix on the other boss fight, just with some environmental hazards. I've veiled, but Nova will fail. The center will fail. What do the nano assassins have against the center? Oh, the Glandulock seed's eyes turned on. That's interesting. May have been on the whole time, but I can't remember. I wasn't paying attention, but looks like there's a big chunk of dust here. And we'll suck it up. Glandulock seed activates. Mysteria Weasel. You don't know what it's like to have a life, then to see it crumble before your eyes? That's what the dust does. It grows and grows by eating up who you are meant to become. Nova, you've done a good thing here. My lungs are much better now. Maybe I'll be able to finish writing my lampshade book now. Did you ever clean up the dirt you tracked into my bedroom? You know, the center itself once sent me a special lampshade with unbelievable symmetry in recognition of my work cataloging and appreciating lampshades. Thank you, Nova. I really appreciate what you've done here. I mean it sincerely. You can have any lampshade you'd like. Well, as long as it's the retrofill model in mint green. Well, I've already got one of those, see? Thank you, Nova. Goodbye. Nova feels the glandulox seed pulsating inside of her. It channels the center's power, transforming the deadly dust crystal into a card. One card down, 3 more to go. Congratulations on your first card, Nova. I can tell you'll be a wonderful nano cleaner for the people of Newfoundland. By the way, Nova, be sure to take a break if you're feeling tired. Collecting cards is important, but so is your well-being. Thanks, Palisade. Thank you for your help, Nova. Can you help me finish my lampshade book? I'm trying to decide what categorization system to use. You know, the pleated cream model is in the wrong place. I didn't move it, I'm just going to say, Nova, I really need my lampshades to stay in the place that I put them so I can keep track of everything. Man, they're doing some important work, you know, categorizing lampshades. Definitely not like hoarding behavior by any stretch of the imagination. Well, I'm glad we could help someone. Alright. Let's find more people to clean. This person seems interesting. They're quite large. Oh, I fell off. I will drive up there. I was just being impatient. Big boy. Welcome to part 3 of the Cenote tour. I'm my own landmark. I am the big boy of Cenote. By finding me, you'll have prosperity for the new year. Well, it is the new year this time. Well, actually, I'm here to show you Cenote Wall, the bluish-gray one, not the one behind me. This wall defies physics. In fact, you can jump up it even if you are not athletically endowed. Truly a testimony to living beings' endless determination to overcome challenges, even if what lay on the other side has no material value. Oh, that's neat. Can I jump up this? Nope. Is it literally just that one wall? That's kind of funny. These people. Chanting kids. Dust, dust, dirty dust. Clean your ears you must. If you don't, you will die. Dust, dust, dirty dust. It's like those nursery rhymes. If you really listen to the words, they're all kind of more gruesome than you would think. Oh, another hatted man. Tired jelly, sir. Whew! I finally made it out of those maze-like alleys. Huh? You're about to go in there? Sounds crazy, but I suppose you are the nano cleaner. If you're looking to clean, perhaps you should follow the mud. Not that way. Oh. Meatball off the desk. To explore. Environmental storytelling. What story does it tell? camera can get a little finicky in these tight spaces, but it's doable. Oh. Dead end. Thought maybe you could get up there. I'm sure there's probably a way. Whatever. Hello, worms. Chlupply Guam. If only I had a football made of my own skin, then it could never truly be pulled away from me. That's gross. Pupply Guam. Happiness is a warm puddle. Supply Guam. Good grief, I can't stand it. Day after day, the same food and the same dish. I wonder if that's how my cat feels. They probably like it. Guamina Guambleton Guam. Squark, squark, squark. Have you ever heard of the rooting reflex? If you touch a baby on the cheek, they'll cheer for the home team. That's pretty funny. Great Guam. Nova, thank you for listening to my children. A great squirming creature hangs its head and speaks in a low rumble. Oh, the mud feels cool and calming to our skin, prickled as we are by fever and eczema. In this dark and still corner of the alleys, Nova hears the soft squishing sounds of the Guams writhing and turning. She shivers at the faint groans that they emit while pressing their delicate pink skins into the muck. Now the great Guam lifts its head and stares off in an imaginary horizon, tears glistening in the corners of her eyes. I hear a distant echo from the past, the shadow of a misremembered song, she says, slowly growing in intensity. We Guams were once proud and beautiful, she proclaims, or else the center would have never created us. The great Guam turns to Nova and says, it is the dust. The dust has caused us to forget ourselves, and now all we have left is to ease our discomfort by rolling in filth. Please, Nano Cleaner Nova, clean us so that we may understand the center's plan once again. The air is thick with the presence of nanodust. Nova, spark this being and forge a connection. Clean them and change their fate. Streak forth, Nano Cleaner Nova. Alright. Time to spark a connection. It's quite the expression on the mother worm. Why is it on a highway? In the void? Who knows? I'm happy you don't have to time the presses with these and just kind of hold the button down. I feel like these little entry-level challenges don't need to be too challenging. Just a little skill test to enter the level. The world, I guess. A new tunnel. Tardigrade amnesia. In the lower levels of the brain lurk shameful secrets. Why did these worms forget themselves? Who knows? One sec. Again, lots of great music in this game. I'm trying to remember, it's been a while since I played this, but why this world has sort of like a dirty kitchen aesthetic. I guess maybe because Guam is like a parental figure. I guess, yeah, there's pictures of like the family in the background and the house, you know. Kind of makes sense. I like that there's like a capture of like the vague vibe of the thing you're in, like pictures of the family, the kitchen tables, the little bits here and there. It just adds a little flair to the world. I guess there is this ladder. Alright. On the other side. Gotta destroy these slimes. I mean, I don't know what the slimes ever did to me to deserve it, but, you know, gotta clean. That's what a nano cleaner does. Yeah, thankfully these dark sections aren't too difficult to, like, futz around and get that? Yeah, whatever. I mean, I have a fair amount of dust anyways, so it's okay if I miss a little bit here and there. One switch down. Little pig creature. I believe Marina is the developer who does the like visual aesthetic choices in these games, and Melos does the music. Their styles seem to work quite well together, I would say, like for the sort of, you know, sort of crazy surrealist vibe that they go for, like. So I guess these ones you want to like step on them first, and they'll like pop up out of the ground, and then from there you can inhale and shoot them out. Alright. Alright, slime. You're done. That's okay. Second switch down. Oh. A little tricky to avoid. That's okay. Okay. Alright. Oh, I can shoot through that. I guess that makes sense. Look at this lovely family. Ooh, honey, I told you if we're gonna get away from the city, then we ought to go all the way. If only you had that promotion. Oh, the neighbors we could have chosen from. Oh gosh. I don't want to hurt them. They seem nice. Mama, why is there a stranger at dinner today? Shall I fetch the gun? Oh my gosh. What an escalation. There's lots of little moments like this that I forget. Papa, ought we call the police? You really never know what you're gonna get with these games, that's for sure. Darling, wifey dearest, did you forget to lock the door? Look at the street prowler you let in. Violence is practically written onto their face. What have I done? Those poor little creatures. Turn the light on. Oh my gosh. assassin. Arg! Gak! Die! The center must be destroyed! Gosh. Alright. Oh my gosh. I can be better at aiming, I swear. Ugh, come on. Don't be too hasty. Oh, thank you, boss, for giving me things to shoot you with. I guess it would be pretty mean if you ran out of boxes and it was done. Nova! Destroy! Nova! Kill the cleaner! Another dust crystal. There we go. Great Guam. Nova, I can feel the fog lifting from my memories. I am the ogre. I was created to investigate the future by studying the gambling habits of birds. Great Guam, the ogre. The augur. Each and every one of us has a role to play in the grand story of Newfoundland. You have shown me this, Nova. My children and I were once selfish and short-sighted. We complained about our lot in life and lost sight of the center's plan. But there is a place for us after all, Nova. There will always be a place for us. Sometimes you just need to think about the gambling habits of birds. Nova feels the glandulock seed pulsating inside of her. It channels the center's power, transforming the deadly dust crystal into a card. Wow, that's 2 out of 4 cards that will need to level up the dust prison. Oh, Nova, you're hurt. Nova quickly straightens her posture and shakes her head no. Please don't push yourself too hard. You're still so young. Remember, I'll be around Center Sanctuary if you ever need me. While you're there, you can deposit your stored dust and leave with a spring in your step. It's better not to carry around a full tank for any longer than you need to. Aw, look at them. They're having a nice little meal now. Sip, sip. The fact that the milk is labeled 1% and 2% seems to imply that whole milk is perhaps 98% fatter. In fact, whole milk could more accurately be described as 3.5%, and is not drastically more caloric than other options. Happiness is a warm illusion. Ain't that the truth? Grief is great, grief is good, and we thank it for this food. Munch, munch, munch. Thank you for your help, Nano Cleaner Nova. Let me return the favor by taking the auspices for you. One moment, please, while I attune myself to the birds and their never-ending game of cards. Pigeon reveals a full house, but duck presents a straight flush. Yes, I sense that you will be the one. Yes, you'll bring about a great event that shall alter Newfoundland forever. The performance of my irreconcilable yearning is what makes me resonate. I am blessed that the football will forever be pulled away. I am transfigured beyond a mere worm. Nice. Alright, I'm going to go deposit this dust, and I'm going to take a break. Because I've definitely been playing for at least an hour. Now I just have to figure out how to get back. I wasn't kidding about getting lost. Oh, well, we're here. Oh. Well, first, there's a dog here. We can't not deal with the dog. Okay, this is a very strange looking dog. It has 8 legs. Puzzled pedestrian. I don't don't know how to sit on this bench. How would that dog or creature sit on the bench? Nice. I think we go down the elevator to deposit dust. Greetings, Nano Cleaner Nova. Welcome to the Dust Drop Point. Let us deposit all the nano dust you found. You've worked so hard, Nova. In fact, you have more dust than the prism can hold right now. For now, why don't you keep the extra dust in your tank until you find enough cards to upgrade the prism? Nice. I like that it updates actually in the overworld, too. It's a nice little touch. Thank you for depositing dust, Nova. Please return soon. There we go. Alright, I'll go save the game. And then we will call it for part 1. Thank you so much for watching part 1 of my playthrough of Anodyne 2 Return to Dust. My name is Ev, and I'll be signing off.